news source. This is Channel 8 News Midday.
We begin with the urgent investigation into a horrific string of shootings in Iowa developing now. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this midday. I'm Andrew Ward. Now, officials say 6 victims are dead in Muscatine after a gunman opened fire in several different locations on Monday. The Muscatine Community School District confirming overnight 2 of the victims were employees, while 2 more were students. Counselors are now available at their schools for those impacted. Muscatine police say in the first location, they found 4 people shot and killed inside a home. Officers later discovering another body in a different home. The 6th deceased victim found in a local business place. Police say the shooter in all 3 cases is 52-year-old Ryan McFarland. They say he shot and killed himself after officers confronted him. Officials say the suspect had prior criminal history and that right now there's no active threat to the community. They are working to learn more on what led up to this tragic shootings. Now to weather this morning, take a look at these videos sent into our now local news app. Early thunderstorms. Meteorologist Houston Hall capturing the moment a lightning strike almost hit our tower. We received several more videos of that heavy rain, also lots and lots of lightning and thunder out there this morning around our area. A much different scene here as we take a live look outside at our Alley Communications camera this morning. Still a little cloudy, but some sun's poked out here and there, but not any rainfall to be seen right now. Let's get it over to meteorologist Houston Hall. Let's get a closer look in our first forecast. Good morning, Houston.
Good morning. Yes, we have seen, we're starting to get more reports in of rain totals, and we have been getting some. I have here 3.8 inches in Thayer, Nebraska. That's right. So we saw a decent amount of rain this morning, and that was just from a few thunderstorms. And that Lancaster County, parts of them saw about near 4, maybe even 4.5 inches. So we'll have way more rain reports as we go through this afternoon. We're warming up relatively nicely in the low to mid 70s. You can see there's all that little light precipitation currently just floating around. Maybe a little bit of sprinkle activity just east, I should say, west and east of the Tri-Cities. Let's take a look at the state. Not much happening off towards the western half. They're seeing some sunshine. They will see some severe weather going into this evening. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on a little bit of isolated shower and thunderstorm activity, which this model has popping up just south of Grand Island near Beatrice as early as about 2:30 p.m. Maybe a little bit of an isolated thunderstorm gets going as it taps into that unstable atmosphere near 5 p.m. And then it will try to weaken and go down towards the southwest going into 6 to 7 p.m. And then temperatures right now across the state hanging around the same temperatures, about the low to upper 70s. Dew points, you know we got it, but Omaha, they're in the 40s for dew points. Might feel a little nice out there. Winds are out of the southeast, 10-15 miles per hour. There's a little surface trough, which will play a factor into our storms. I'll show you the whole storm potential in the next few days and a few.
Thank you very much, Houston. Here's another look at those thunderstorms from this morning. Watch this moment here. Another lightning strike lights up the night sky. Our editor capturing this video on his way to work this morning. You can scan the QR code on your screen to download the app and share with us what weather it looked like in your neighborhood. Well, for the first time since the war in Iran began, Secretary of State Marco Rubio answering questions from lawmakers on Capitol Hill. The negotiations with Iran appear to be on shaky ground. The 2 sides still have no deal after Iranian state media reported Iran threatened to pull out of talks because of Israel's strikes in Lebanon. Here's ABC's Olivia Rubin.
Today's Secretary of State Marco Rubio, one of the leaders behind the Iran war, facing questions on Capitol Hill for the first time since fighting began.
There is the prospect before us, which could happen today, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen next week, that for the first time, certainly in my memory, they have agreed to negotiate aspects of their nuclear program that just a month ago, or just a year ago, they were refusing to even mention, much less enter into discussions about.
President Trump telling ABC he thinks there will be an agreement to end the ceasefire and reopen the Strait of Hormuz over the next week. But President Trump has said that repeatedly, and the 2 sides have been negotiating for more than a month. And now a key sticking point seemingly derailing the talks: Israel's continued attacks in Lebanon on Hezbollah, Iran threatening to cut off communication with the U.S. The president describing it as a little glitch, but claiming on social media talks would continue at a rapid pace, and saying he spoke to Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, who would hold back on more attacks in Lebanon. But more strikes reported today. Lebanon state media saying 3 new Israeli strikes, killing at least 1 person. Israel's military also saying sirens sounded in northern Israel due to rocket and drone strikes. And sources say that call between President Trump and Netanyahu was tense. Trump reportedly cursing at Netanyahu, calling him, quote, crazy, and at one point asking, what the expletive are you doing? Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
New developments now. A Gretna school employee's classroom fallout has now reached the courthouse. Court records show former preschool teacher Tammy Haber is now facing serious allegations. Court records show Haber is accused of intentionally committing child abuse. In a statement to Channel 8's Gretna Public Schools said it learned of the incident in February, immediately removing her from the classroom and later terminating her employment. In a statement, Gretna's superintendent saying, quote, the safety, health, and emotional well-being of our students is our district's top priority. He also said that the district was deeply disturbed by the allegations and took immediate action to protect students. Haber is due back in court July 9th. New at midday, the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners approving new additions to a $1 million grant.
Flaherty?
Yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Yeah, the board moving to add new windows for the Cedars building to the grants, which has been awarded to the Nebraska Crime Commission. Now, the award will also help out programs at the Bay and Malone Center. Well, at this hour, Governor Jim Pillen is celebrating a clearer path for private investors into Nebraska energy. He is joined by senators and public power leaders for ceremonial signing of LB 1261. This bill allows private investment to build new large load generation throughout the state, and it alters the existing authority that public power utility districts currently have to exercise eminent domain on privately developed electricity generation facilities. We're going to hear from the governor tonight at 5. Pride Month is underway right now. And according to the LGBTQ State Climate Index, Nebraska is near the bottom half of the U.S. states to live in. Now, as a member of that community, down 2 spots from last year. Here's a look at that map here. You can see Nebraska circled in the middle. They're 29th. Lots of orange, which means that's a little step higher. Yellow is also meaning just kind of middle of the road here. You can see North Dakota just a step higher than Nebraska. Channel 9's Emma Norwood speaking with one group about this ranking.
Pride Month is here. And in Lincoln, Star City Pride is gearing up for a series of celebrations.
Creating that space where we can celebrate queer joy, where we can just be in community with one another, it's something special.
According to State Climate Index, Nebraska comes in at number 29 for the best LGBTQ plus business climate. The site basing their ranking off of 5 categories: legal and non-discrimination, youth and family, political and religious, health and safety, and work and economic.
I feel like we're seeing more and more of us coming together as a community, really creating those spaces that don't exist because we understand how it can be difficult to be queer in Nebraska. I think that that's like a really great part of us as a queer community and recognizing how whenever we struggle, we all decide to come together. And trying to make sure that that ranking rises.
Although Nebraska's ranking is only at 29, Star City Pride agrees the whole state is making strides to change that.
I think that's why we have pride, that's why we create these spaces for us to celebrate. And, I just mentioned Sydney, Nebraska, they're having one of their first prides ever this year. Same with Chadron, Nebraska, they're having their first pride.
Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Coming up after the break, a beloved June tradition in the city. The renowned artists bringing live music to the streets of downtown Lincoln when Jazz in June kicks off tonight.
Found
First performer of this month-long event, he's Grammy Award-winning trumpeter Terrell Stafford. As always, it will be held at the Sheldon Museum's Sculpture Garden. It starts at the Food Festival at 5 o'clock, where you can find some of your favorite local food trucks. And then live music starts at 7 o'clock. Be aware of construction happening downtown if you're planning to enjoy this annual event. Over in Beatrice, the Nebraska Department of Insurance will be hosting a Protect Your Medicare class. Now, the goal is to give Nebraskans the tools they need to prevent, detect, and report Medicare fraud. They say this issue costs over $80 billion a year. The class will be held at the Beatrice Community Hospital and Health Center tonight at 5:30. A treatment shows promise in treating one of the deadliest cancers, and 2 burger chains are making moves for a healthier menu. Jane King explains in today's Wellness Report.
Burger chain Steak and Shake switching to all grass-fed beef. The company said on X it is the only American burger joint serving the healthiest kind of beef. Meanwhile, White Castle is adding a veggie slider to its menu. Well, the trial for a pancreatic cancer drug has produced results some call astounding. The drug is called daraxonrasib. The drug is called daraxonrasib, and it blocks a mutated protein that fuels tumor growth in more than 90% of pancreatic cancer cases, a target that had eluded treatment for decades. Now, the daily pill nearly doubles the survival time with fewer side effects. The FDA plans to speed up further reviews of the drug. And at what age do Americans become more practical about shoes? Well, it turns out it's about age 34. The survey by Skechers and Talker Research say more than half of Americans admit they have bought shoes they later regret because they're uncomfortable, with people wasting an average of $279 on painful shoes. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's to your health.
Well, we saw some decent rain this morning. We're talking about 3 to 5 inches of rain, and there's more on the way as we go into the next 72 hours. Show you where and when in a few.
Meet Lincoln.
New legal battle over artificial intelligence and child safety. It's triggering a broader debate over whether AI companies are becoming too powerful. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
This morning, a new lawsuit taking aim at one of the most powerful artificial intelligence companies. The state of Florida is now suing OpenAI and its CEO.
Sam Altman and ChatGPT have chosen the AI race over the safety and security of our kids.
State officials claim the company marketed ChatGPT to the public while concealing serious safety risks. They claim the chatbot has offered instructions to children considering self-harm. And they claim the suspect in last year's deadly shooting at Florida State University used ChatGPT to plan the attack. In response, OpenAI says, "We believe minors need significant protection, which is why we put in place industry-leading protections and policies, including an age prediction tool." And regarding the Florida State attack, the company has said ChatGPT provided factual responses to questions with information that could be found broadly across public sources on the internet. As the biggest AI companies race to go public, with valuations approaching $1 trillion, Senator Bernie Sanders is pitching a plan to give the government and the American people control of half of each AI company. He's proposing a one-time tax of 50% of their stock, which would be held in a sovereign wealth fund.
When a public resource generates wealth, the public should share in that wealth. Artificial intelligence is being built on a public resource far more valuable than oil. It is the accumulated knowledge, creativity, and labor of all of humanity.
As for the lawsuit in Florida, state officials want to force OpenAI to change its programming. They claim the company could be liable for billions of dollars. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Now, for your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Houston Hall.
What a way to start off June. We're only 2 days in, well actually maybe 1.5, and check out these rainfall estimates. Now we are still getting plenty of rainfall reports, and I just got a few. Looks like they're 3.8 inches of rain. These are just estimates. So we're looking at Seward out here, about 2.5, and then you go off towards northeast Lancaster County, 4 inches. So about 2.5 to 4 inches from about downtown and north. You go out here towards York and south, about same story, 2.5 to 4 inches of rainfall from those thunderstorms this morning. This is just the last 6 hours. Now off towards the west, they did get some decent rainfall also. They're looking at about a 1/2 inch to 3/4, even localized spots a little more. We'll have rain totals and all of that statistics later this afternoon. All right, satellite and radar right now, it's pretty quiet. We're seeing a little bit of a boundary out here. Cumulus development. Now that's going to lead to some severe weather out towards the west later this evening. Meanwhile, right here, we're just seeing maybe a little bit of light rain, a few sprinkles still ongoing. Tracking down here, there's a little thunderstorm off towards Kansas, and that's where really these storms will try to develop here in the next few hours, as we do have a little bit of instability right west of Beatrice. But you can see not much happening. There is a little bit of a mixture, clouds and sunshine. All right, there's our little surface boundary out towards the west currently. A little bit of light rain out there. Going into the next few hours, we will start to see, okay, once a storm can try to maybe get into that instability, a little bit of an isolated thunderstorm. Now, there is no severe weather expected with any of these storms in eastern Nebraska highlighted by the SPC, but this can be 1 to 2 p.m. If a little thunderstorm gets going, it could have a little bit of small hail, some gusty winds. I think the better chance for anything severe will be further off towards the west. That's where your instability will be. Notice all the sunshine out here. Sunshine equals instability. So that's about 3, 4 p.m. Could see a few pop-up thunderstorms start to begin. And then really, they're going to be staying west and north of Lincoln. I say our best chance here in Lincoln to see a shower about 4, 6 p.m. All weekends, just like we saw yesterday, saw a little pop-up thunderstorm and really just whipped away about an hour. All right, here's Wednesday morning. A few isolated showers and thunderstorms will try to move up from Kansas, move into parts of southeast Nebraska, be on out by about lunchtime, and maybe a few lingering isolated rain showers and thunderstorms along the Iowa-Nebraska border Wednesday evening. And some of this cloud cover is going to be that upper level cloud, so partly sunny for your Wednesday. But notice out towards the west, look what's about to happen. A line of showers and thunderstorms, large hail, damaging winds going into Wednesday night as that stretches from O'Neill down to southwest Nebraska, moves down towards the southeast for your Thursday morning. Expect some showers and thunderstorms across eastern Nebraska. Looks like the severe weather threat will die down by that time. And then here's Thursday evening. Some storms here and then some storms out there. All right, severe weather threat. There's your Wednesday. Here's your Thursday. Would not be surprised if that little slight risk up there gets a little shift down towards the southeast. Right now, cloud cover, it says it's sunny out there, 74, dew point of 62. It's pretty humid out there. Now, this is where storms are going to form out towards the west later. We just got to wait on them. Temperatures low to upper 70s, 79 in Beatrice, 74 here in Lincoln, and dew points. I wouldn't be surprised, lower 70s near Beatrice, where that storm will develop possibly. All right, winds out of the southeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Another look at satellite and radar. There's your little boundary right there. Storms form off towards the west of that. Right now, not much popping. All right, precipitation here in Lincoln the next few hours. You can see they will start to peak here, I would say, in the next few hours. Temperatures upper 70s, lower 80s. Another mild one with a few showers and thunderstorms, lower 60s. A few degrees above average. All right, going into your Wednesday and Thursday, we got those evening chances, and then those are going to kind of play a factor with each other. As we go into next week, we warm up into those 90s.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Houston. Still ahead this morning, security for millions. These safety measures officials are putting in place to protect soccer fans and athletes as the World Cup draws near. A sporting event in U.S. history is nearly here. In just over a week, the World Cup will be underway, and with it, the security plans to keep all the teams and their millions of fans safe. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
It's just over 1 week away, and now authorities nationwide are finalizing security for the World Cup, guarding against cyber attacks, potential lone wolf attackers, and what they say is their biggest challenge: drones.
We will be deploying drone mitigation and interception teams with the capabilities to detect, track, and assess unauthorized drone activity.
Drone operators who enter restricted airspace could be fined $100,000, as nearly a dozen cities across the U.S. host 78 World Cup matches.
We're going to have 78 Super Bowls in 38 days here inside the United States. The Super Bowl has around 250 million people that watch it. We're going to have 1.4 billion watching the FIFA games.
Officials say immigration agents will be involved in security operations, but their focus will be on counterterrorism, not immigration enforcement. The games are expected to draw up to 7 million visitors to the U.S., raising concern about the possible spread of Ebola from Africa. Confirmed cases in the DR Congo have jumped more than 20% in a single day. But one aid group warns the outbreak may be much larger, pointing to delays in detection and limited contact tracing. Americans returning from the DRC, Uganda, and South Sudan must now re-enter the U.S. through 4 designated airports for mandatory screenings. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
And we're getting ready to hear from Husker head basketball coach Fred Hoiberg today. Hoiberg is set to address the media on an active offseason. The Huskers, of course, are coming off their best season in school history and are hoping to gain that momentum heading into next season. Hoiberg and the company signed several transfers out of the portal this offseason, but more importantly, retained all Big Ten players in Price Sanford and Braden Frager. Hoiberg also kept his staff intact after such a historic season. He's set to speak at 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to hear from him during the Sports Zone tonight at 6 and 10. And don't forget, you can watch the NBA Finals right here on Channel 8 starting tomorrow night. First game against the Spurs and the Knicks will tip off at 7:30. Remember to tune into our 10 o'clock newscast immediately after for all the highlights and what you need to know heading into the next day. Jordy Fromm and her husband Trey announcing some big news on social media. An NCAA Softball Player of the Year and Husker star is pregnant. That's right, Jordy, already incredible last season, but she had to compete for 3 months while pregnant. She earned NFCA and USA Softball Player of the Year honors while doing so. She was also named the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, helped her team to a Big Ten regular season and tournament title, and trip to the Women's College World Series. At the plate, she hit for .403 with 11 doubles, 4 triples, and 20 home runs, while becoming the first player in NCAA history to pitch 20 wins and hit 20 or more home runs in back-to-back seasons. All this while being pregnant. Just incredible. Congrats to Trey and Jordy on their announcement. Still ahead this morning, an investigation of excessive force is now underway. Why a police officer is under fire this morning and the footage that's raising alarms right now.
We're living now.
Day.
A former North Carolina police officer now facing charges after a violent arrest, all caught on camera. He is accused of repeatedly punching a woman while attempting to take her into custody. The incident captured on a doorbell camera. A warning, that video could be difficult to watch. Here's ABC's Armando Garcia.
Today, a fired North Carolina police officer in court facing assault charges.
You've been charged with a Class A1 misdemeanor. That carries a maximum sentence of up to 150 days in jail.
Prosecutors say Carson Hyder is seen in this doorbell camera video repeatedly punching a woman. The now former Shelby, North Carolina police officer charged with assault during the arrest of 34-year-old Sherry Moore. Hyder seen throwing multiple punches before another officer tries to intervene.
I got him.
Authorities say officers were investigating a break-in at a home in the neighborhood Friday when they say they encountered a suspicious female. Court records show Hyder and Moore were involved in a previous incident last year, and Moore pled guilty to charges of resisting arrest. Moore's family says she is homeless and suffers from mental health issues and says her nose was broken during the incident.
That bothered me to see it not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 10 times he punched her in the face. So that hurt. He could have stopped after the first punch because she was not fighting back. She was trying to protect herself from what I could see.
Hyder was fired the day after the incident and turned himself in to face the assault charge. 22-year-old Hyder did not enter a plea today. He is free on a $10,000 bond. Authorities in North Carolina are now investigating the incident as a possible excessive use of force. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home, a beautiful sunrise this morning after a soggy start for many of us here in eastern Nebraska. An orange and pink glow in the skies captured in this time lapse on our Now Local News app. Right now, a live look outside at our ABC Seamless gear. Lots of cloud cover out there. A little bit of sunshine, though. Traffic's moving pretty good as well. Let's get an updated forecast here with meteorologist Houston Hall. Houston, a little less busy for you right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a different type of pace from this morning, where I had my heart beat. All right, it was going a little fast. Right now, it's pretty calm, and that's good. You know, sometimes we need some calmness before the storms, because next thing you know, we'll be talking about severe weather this time tomorrow for us here in eastern Nebraska. Hey, we got a little bit of a wind out there. Check out the Honda of Lincoln Cam flag. We got a little bit of a dirty sunshine out there. A bunch of upper level clouds mixed with a little bit of mid-level clouds. You can see, all right, we had a little bit of thunderstorm activity out towards Grand Island. That has now dissipated. The area I am watching is just going to be a little bit west of Beatrice here in the next few hours. Taking a look at the state, off towards the west, they'll have some severe weather chances going into this evening. Meanwhile, we'll start to see a few isolated thunderstorms pop up here in the next few hours. Let's take a look at that. There you go. There's about 2 to 3 p.m., just a few little isolated showers of thunderstorm. That will try to make its way towards Grand Island. No severe weather threat is expected, but yeah, look outside. You might see a big old puffy cumulus cloud like we've been seeing the past few days. Temperatures across the state, all of us in the 70s. No 80s out there today. My goodness, look at all that dark green. That is that humidity. And I'm from Texas, and I can feel that. All right, we got a little bit of a southeast wind, 10-15 miles per hour. And another look at satellite and radar, you can kind of see a little bit of that circulation out towards the little showers out towards Grand Island. But we are tracking some more severe weather going into this weekend. I'll talk all about that later in main weather.
Thank you very much, Houston. Now, there are road closure in South Lincoln you'll need to be aware of starting today. Lasting most of the summer, you're looking at South 48th Street here of the city, closing down this stretch between South and Sumner Streets for a water main replacement project. They also closed down a portion of South Street between 49th and Cotner Boulevard. This is a busy area, so it'll be a mess for a while. The recommended detour is taking Normal Boulevard to 56th Street. Developing now, authorities are searching for a missing inmates in Lincoln. State officials say an inmate failed to return to the Community Corrections Center in Lincoln after a job on Monday. They say 34-year-old Amanda Ekman's electronic monitoring device was later found near 44th and Superior Streets. She's serving a sentence for financial and drug-related convictions. Well, Americans exposed to the hantavirus outbreak are now allowed to go home. That doesn't mean the quarantine period is over for those passengers. Now officials trying to put strict rules in place to protect the public. Not all states are on board with that plan. Despite health officials urging these passengers to stay in Omaha for a full 42 days, some people are quitting quarantine early. Channel 9's Mackenzie Johnson explains why some are being let go while others are choosing to stay.
I have been traumatized by this whole experience. I'm afraid to leave this room until I know that the chance of me getting sick is 0%. I want to know when I leave that the chance of me risking other people, you know, my family, friends, the general public, I want to know that my risk isn't minimal. I want that also to be 0%.
18 Americans have been staying in the National Quarantine Unit in Omaha for 21 days. And on Monday, those passengers able to return home for the first time since embarking on the MV Hondias cruise ship. But they've only completed half of the quarantine period for this strain of hantavirus. And for another 3 weeks, they need to be closely monitored for symptoms. Authorities are letting them return home under some conditions. If they leave Omaha, they'll be monitored around the clock for another 21 days to ensure they're in isolation. But for others, the risk is simply not worth it. Jake Rosemarin from Boston explaining on social media why he will spend the entire 6-week period in Omaha.
The recommendation by the facility is that we stay here for the full 42 days. So the main recommendation is that we stay here. So that in itself is a good reason for me to stay.
CNN is reporting 5 passengers have left Omaha, with one telling them he was flown home on a chartered plane with medical officials. The federal government is mandating that each of these patients be monitored 24/7 to ensure they stay in their homes. And they will check in with their state health departments daily with a plan in place should they show any symptoms. But Rose Marin says it puts his mind at ease to be in Omaha for the time being.
Here at this facility, if in the case that something goes wrong, I have super quick access to the best medical care possible. This facility is prepared for something like this kind of virus.
Reporting in Lincoln, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Well, today, Governor Jim Pillen speaking on the return of those former passengers. He praises those quarantine patients choosing to stay and complete their isolation in Omaha. As for those returning home, Pillen reassuring everyone that they pose no risk to the public. Pillen stating, quotes, those who have elected to go home are doing so with a lower risk profile in close coordination with health authorities in their destination states. New at midday, we are getting a first-hand look at the new site for the new fire station in Ashland. Take a look here. These photos shared by the Volunteer Fire Department. It's from a groundbreaking ceremony Monday evening. The community coming out to join personnel of the department as they laid the groundwork for the project. The Ashland Fire Chief saying a new fire station is necessary for the community and the firefighters.
Our current station has served us well for over 50 years, but we have outgrown it. The need for a new facility is not just overdue, it's essential. It will support firefighter training, protect health and safety and well-being of the men and women who serve our community, and include specialized decontamination areas to reduce carcinogen exposure.
The project is set to cost $11 million. Officials say funding will come from the state and the city of Ashland. So to come here this morning, an artificial forecaster, why some are concerned over a use of AI and keeping people safe with weather. Is out forecasting government agencies, and the Trump administration is reducing tariffs on farm equipment. Here's Jane Kane with your Ag and Energy Report.
The White House said it will reduce tariffs on agricultural equipment such as combines and tractors in order to reduce costs for farmers and manufacturers. Tariffs would drop to 15% from 25%. Foreign companies could qualify for a lower 10% duty rate if capital equipment contains at least 85% U.S. steel or aluminum. The concession takes effect June 8th and would run through the end of 2027. While a new AI weather forecasting tool released by the startup Windborne Systems offers more frequent and accurate predictions on key variables than world-leading systems developed by European governments. The creators attribute that to advancements in how sensor readings are fed into deep learning models. Traditional weather forecasts are generated by complex physics models that require expensive supercomputers. but the AI weather predictors tend to do the work faster. Well, the price of oil rose sharply yesterday after Iranian government-aligned media reported the country was cutting off talks with the U.S. U.S. crude oil closed higher by 5.5% to $92 a barrel. International Brent crude was higher by 4.5% and is right around $95 a barrel. Heating oil, a proxy for jet fuel, was also up by 4%. However, President Trump said talks were continuing. And burger chain Steak 'n Shake is switching to all grass-fed beef. The company said on X it is the only American burger joint serving the healthiest kind of beef. The switch to grass-fed and grass-finished beef is the company's latest move to align itself with Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Make America Healthy Again efforts. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with your Ag and Energy Report.
Now, for your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Houston Hall.
I could definitely use a burger right now, that's for sure. And it's dry down in Beatrice. You know, funny thing is, Beatrice stayed mostly dry through this morning. The thunderstorms developed after they passed Beatrice and went to our area. ABC Seamless Cam, roadways have now dried up. Waiting for that road to open. Looks like Radiator Springs. I bet it is once it opens. All right, I'm watching this box currently. You can see there's a thunderstorm that's trying to get developed just north of Concordia right there. You can see it just lost its lightning strike, so that looks to be just a little test of a storm. The environment needs to warm up just a bit more, and the instability is creeping up towards the northwest. And so that's the box to watch for maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two as we go into early this afternoon. Off towards the west, some more sunshine. There's a little boundary out there. They will be seeing some severe weather in far western Nebraska. And you can see far panhandle of Nebraska. They have plenty of sunshine. All right, let's go into the next few hours here. We're going to start to see a little bit of that isolated thunderstorm development just near Beatrice and west of Beatrice, as there's a little boundary right here, and you get storms that form west of that boundary. So if you're a little bit west of Beatrice, off towards the Tri-Cities, you've got the best chance for an isolated thunderstorm or two as we go into about 4 p.m. Notice all of this cloud cover, upper level to mid-level clouds. Further west you go, some more sunshine to enjoy your evening, but some of this heavy rainfall, some lightning, some thunder, and if they can continue their strength in the unstable atmosphere, they will continue to grow, but if they can't, they will just die on down and just turn into a little bit of rain as we go into this evening, about 6 p.m. If we're lucky, we might see a little bit of sunshine here in eastern Nebraska before the sun goes down. If anything, it might be a beautiful sunset. All right, here's Wednesday morning, a few isolated showers, a few thunderstorms possible. Just south of I-80, those will drift down towards the east as we go into your Wednesday lunchtime. All right, we're going to be looking at partly sunny skies for your Wednesday afternoon. Here's Wednesday evening. Notice how towards the west, a line of showers and thunderstorms. Large hail and damaging winds will be the threat. This looks to form Wednesday evening about 6 to 8 p.m. And then about 11 p.m. it stretches all the way down towards southwest Nebraska. Moves towards the east, and you betcha as it moves towards the east, it does weaken with time. And the low-level jet, it's going to be further off towards the west. Not factoring these storms. So yes, some thunderstorm activity and some showers Thursday morning across eastern Nebraska, and then Thursday evening, storms there, storms out there, and that will give us some severe weather. There is your Wednesday, a marginal risk. Thursday, would not be surprised if that slight risk gets shifted down towards the south just a bit, but Thursday looks to be the best day for some severe weather, especially maybe even going into Friday across eastern Nebraska. Look at the flags out towards Aurora. It's a beautiful sight out there. We got a line of cars also, but not a lot of sunshine. All of us in the state, no 80s and the low to upper 70s. 79 Beatrice, they are right on the edge of that. The dew points, lower 70s right here, so that's where I had that box. Could be the best chance, as that is some very, very moist air. Winds are out of the southeast, about 15 miles per hour. Another look at satellite and radar. Not much happening as of right now. Give that another few hours. Precipitation chances here in Lincoln, you can see they're pretty steady, about 15–20%. Very isolated. Upper 70s, lower 80s, not much with our temperatures today. Same thing for your Wednesday, and then as we go into the next several days after that, we do get back into those upper 80s and lower 90s by next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Houston. Still ahead, a concert series kicking off this weekend. Who's behind this summer staple? How you can join in on the fun. Our live interview coming up after the break.
Figuring out how to juggle work and take care of mom was a puzzle. But once I found Synergy Home Care, everything fell into place. It was everything she needed and just what I needed too.
Help deliver critical weather updates with the Now Local News app. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the app and share photos and videos of changing conditions, from calm skies to severe storms. Your reports help us keep everyone safe and can be featured on air. Earn points for each accepted submission and redeem them for Visa gift cards. Stay connected with our community. Download the Now Local News app and start sharing today.
Since the 1800s, June has been devoted to the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
O most holy heart of Jesus, fountain of every blessing, I adore you, I love you, and with lively sorrow for my sins, I offer you this poor heart of mine. Make me humble, patient, pure, and wholly obedient to your will. Sacred Heart of Jesus, I place all my trust in you.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Brian Hester Heating and Air today.
My hobbies have changed over the years, but I still love my gadgets. My caregiver from Synergy Home Care does too. I teach her all I know, and she keeps me sharp too.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
Glad you called that out.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're just chatting here, but tomorrow they started the Live at Telegraph Summer Concert Series. Here to talk about it is Dave Miller. He's the Eastern and Central Nebraska GM over for Aloe Fiber. Thanks for stopping by today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So this is always it's such a summer staple. It's been 8th season now of you guys doing this. It's Live at Telegraph.
Live at Telegraph. It's right on the patio where the mill is, right outside of the Aloe storefront. Been doing it 8 years. It's actually the vision of our founder, Brad Moline, who said, you know, this is a great space and we love being local and being involved in the community. He has a background in music, I have a background in music, and so we said, why don't we do something where we bring in live local bands? And we do it every Wednesday, June and July from 6 to 9.
Yeah, look at the crowds. I mean, it's been awesome the last few years. Yeah. Is it cool to have that bring such a staple during the summer now? I mean, it's been kind of a tradition here for years here.
I think we've come to, the community has come to expect on Wednesday nights, because we often get asked, when are you guys starting the Telegraph District Concert Series? And so, we get anywhere from 600 people on the low end to we've had as many as 1,500.
Amazing.
Because the last concert, we will block off 21st Street and bring in a big stage, and so a lot more room for people to come and have a good time.
All right, so here's the schedule for the upcoming season here. Your band is tomorrow night, correct?
My band, the B Street Band, starts tomorrow night, and we're going to have a guest drummer, which is Brad Moline, our founder, and my wife is in the band, so it's just a good time. But we also have Downtown Collective, which is a local favorite, Harana, Daniel Martinez, Radio Star. Go to liveattelegraph.com for the full lineup.
Absolutely, it's right here as well. Lots of very, very fun bands as well. What's the thing that excites you the most about starting this thing up again next 2 weeks or 2 months? Excuse me.
Well, first of all, we have a great partnership with the mill, and they're, Dan and Tamara, they are really great people, run a great business, and they're all about being local, just like Aloe is about being local. So I think for me, it's just being able to live out that core value and bringing the community together. And if you think about it, there's not a lot to do on a Wednesday night. Friday nights are taken, Saturday nights are taken, but here's something great to do and enjoy on a Wednesday night in Lincoln.
Yeah, it gives you something to look forward to in the middle of the week instead of just playing for the weekend. Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, what times are for tomorrow night? 6 to 9, right?
The grill starts at 5. You want to come early, bring a chair, get your food. We'll have a local brewery. Music starts at 6 and goes till 9. We take a 30-minute intermission, and we'll have some surprise guests. We're working to get some Husker athletes, because Aloe's the official partner of Husker Nation for internet, mobile, and TV. So you never know. We're working on some good stuff.
All right, sounds good. Dave, thank you so much for stopping by. Sounds like a great time this summer.
Yeah,
all right,
thanks.
we'll be right back, everyone. Please stay with us.
ABC's lifetime seamless steel roofs lock out the harshest weather and provide permanent maintenance-free protection for your home. Protecting your home starts at the top. Learn more at abcofnebraska.com.
Dive into good times with crispy chicken McNuggets and your go-to sauces. Right now, get a 20-piece for just $6. So, go ahead, dip in. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Capital Humane Society, we know proper veterinary care is vital to keeping pets healthy and happy. Our mission is to serve the Lincoln community by providing resources for all pet owners. That's why we opened Stransky Veterinary Center at 55th and O Street. We offer preventative veterinary care, including low-cost spay and neuter surgeries, vaccinations, pet dental care, flea and tick protection, and more. Your pet will never be happier and healthier than after a visit with our professionals. Book an appointment online at StranskyVeterinaryCenter.com.
At K2 Holistic Health, we take a different approach to orthopedic care. We integrate medicine, PT, and chiropractic care in one team to address the root cause of your issue. No matter if it's an acute injury, a nagging pain that won't go away, or just the accumulation of years and miles, we get to the root cause with the most effective non-surgical treatments available. Don't put up with the pain. Get effective treatments that get you back to what you love with K2 Holistic Health.
Welcome to Comfort Made Mattress Factory's new location at South Point. Every mattress is built right here just for you. Any size, any shape, any comfort level, and backed with our lifetime comfort guarantee. We'll come to your home and adjust your mattress, firmer, softer, or anything in between. Right now, save $100 off, free mattress protector, and free delivery. Come see us, Comfort Made Mattress Factory next to Shields, and let us build your perfect night's sleep.
Trending now, the excitement is brewing for this year's Stanley Pup. But this morning, the big question is, will lightning strike a third time this year? ABC's Danny New got behind-the-scenes look at this year's production, featuring lots of puppies and a little star power.
After the puck drops for the Stanley Cup final tonight on ABC.
Toronto's Roughly, who steals the strong man. Score!
Next week, the National Hockey League will once again also host the Stanley Pup. For the third year in a row, 32 adoptable rescue dogs, each representing one of the 32 NHL teams, will compete for the most prestigious trophy on ice. Well, actually,
it's not real ice, right?
not real ice. Okay. That wouldn't be fair, would it? Would it? To get a behind-the-scenes look at the filming process, I skated over to the NHL headquarters in New York. Definitely not to just go hold puppies.
The goal is to get pups adopted, and not all pups, older dogs too.
It's Knuckle Pup time!
Well, who better to help bring attention to little hockey stars than comedian Kenan Thompson, whose very first movie was D2, The Mighty Ducks.
They like each other, Kenan. Oh, a little lick. We like that.
The SNL star will be serving as a celebrity coach for one of the teams.
Quack, quack, quack.
And filmed most of his contributions from a green screen in New York while the actual matches were taped the week prior in the nation's capital.
I hope you win. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you very much.
Show favoritism.
Yes, I mean, we'll see. As long as the dogs find homes, which is why we're really here, folks.
Speaking of which, while I was there.
What's he going to say when he gets waffle?
He's going to go, what?
NHL employee James here actually adopted this dog named Waffle because it was his son's birthday. And here is that special moment when two future co-captains became teammates.
Happy birthday, Gordon. Hi, buddy.
Oh! The Stanley Pup special premieres next Monday, June 8th. And by the way, plenty of the dogs are still up for adoption, which will come through the Brandywine Valley SPCA if you're interested. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
And as that's happening, you can watch the Stanley Cup final right here on Channel 8 starting tonight. It's the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Puck drop tonight at 7 o'clock right here on ABC. All right, let's get a live look outside at our Barry Law Tower camera. Plenty of clouds out there right now. We're going to have a final check of the forecast coming up after the break. song for Disney's Toy Story 5. The new song, titled I Knew It, I Knew You, is set to come out on June 5th. The movie premiering in the theaters June 19th. Get ready to see the iconic toys Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Jessie come face to face with a new nemesis. Also making an appearance, Bad Bunny. You know, he's had quite the year. You're going to be playing the role of Pizza with sunglasses. Tay Story, that's what I'm going to call it. Not Toy Story, Tay Story.
Oh, come on, man. I don't know about that. Toy Story, always, you know that. Grew up on Toy Story, and that will never change. But hey, I like the analogy or
there you go.
Name change, whatever you try to do.
Well, you're the reason for the raindrops on our guitar today.
Well, I could only imagine. Rain. Yes, we did see that. We're going to see some more as we go here into the next few hours. This box, I'm watching a little bit of cloud development here. Here's what it could look like in the next about few hours. An isolated thunderstorm, and then maybe a few isolated thunderstorms, which could maybe grow upscale as they move towards the east, northeast. And then we look to be just fine. There's that severe weather on Wednesday. There's that severe weather on Thursday. We'll keep you up to date here on Channel 8.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Houston. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. GMA 3 is coming up next. Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots, we bring a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
At Stanton, you get the best value. 2 pairs for just $79. A free eye exam, anti-glare made same day.
That's value you can actually see.
Smart, simple, Stanton.
If you have cracks in your walls, or doors and windows that stick, or a settling foundation, there's only one local family-owned company to call: Thrasher Foundation Repair. Only Thrasher has been fixing foundations in the Midwest for more than 50 years. Only Thrasher has over 34,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait to fix your foundation. Join over 200,000 customers who will tell you there's only one company to call: Thrasher Foundation Repair.
At Stanton, we sell great frames. All sorts of frames. Over 1,000 frames, starting at just $79.
I saved money, and I see great.
Smart, simple, Stanton.
Watch Sports Director Nate Johnson at 4:30, 5, 6, and 10 p.m.
Disney Plus.
It's time for GMA 3. Sabrina Carpenter's stalking scare. Frightening images of an alleged stalker at the pop star's front door attempting to force his way in. And the details about what her team calls deeply alarming behavior. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, a winner on the field, on the sidelines as a coach, and now as a cancer survivor. He's supporting others in the fight.
God, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm praying for you and I'm praying with you.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
And look at where your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is swinging to. What Tom Holland said about a legendary pop star ahead of his blockbuster summer. It's time for GMA 3.
I feel like Tom Holland can do no wrong.
Agreed. He can do anything.
I know.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Juju Chang.
And I'm Rhiannon and Allie. We're here with our Ginger Z. We're so glad all of you could join us on this Tuesday.
Yes, and coming up, we sit down with Dr. Gillian Goddard to talk about, or Jillian, excuse me, about her new book, The Hormone Loop, what every woman needs to know to keep your body running smoothly from puberty through menopause. I think we are all listening.
Yeah, yes. It's important lessons. Definitely. We'll stay tuned for that. But also ahead, the return of Serena Williams, the GOAT. She's confirming that she's making a comeback. What she's saying about going out there and competing again.
Oh, tennis just isn't the same without her. We're so happy to hear that. But we want to start with the countdown to the NBA Finals showdown between the Spurs and the Knicks. Will Reeve is in San Antonio. That is, of course, the site of tomorrow's opening game. And Will, I know you're a huge Knicks fan. Have you made any Spurs friends down there?
Hey, look, Rhiannon, hello, everyone. I am impartial here. In the name of journalism, I'm calling it right down the middle. Knicks in 4. I mean, it's going to be a great series. We'll see what happens. Everyone's very excited. San Antonio, incredibly welcoming. The NBA Finals matchup, 27 years in the making. That's the last time the Knicks and Spurs played each other. The world looked a little different. The top song on the charts then was a song by J-Lo, and not that she's gone these days, but it was different J-Lo back then. The Y2K bug was the big tech scare then. Now we're all worried about AI, and the top song on the charts, Choosing Texas by Ella Langley. That's where we are. And the Spurs, home here in Texas, are looking good. Victor Wembanyama is their star. He's really coming to his own. He's just 22 years old. He's already like the face of the league. The Spurs are young, but they are undaunted. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games, the defending champs, just to get here. The Knicks, though, they're rolling. They haven't lost in a month. Jalen Brunson is their leader, their superstar. And his dad, Rick Brunson, is a coach on the team now, but he played for the Knicks in those 1999 finals against the Spurs. So that makes them the first father-son duo to play in the NBA Finals for the same team. Everybody's fired up here in San Antonio, back in New York. Here in San Antonio, you've got the Salesian sisters, those basketball-loving and playing nuns. They've gone a bit viral. New York, of course, you have the celebrity fans. You got Chalamet, Stiller, Jenner, and Strahan, all the rest. And New York is getting excited. They're painting the subways blue and orange for the Knicks. They've got little basketballs on the lights. And the mayor in New York has issued an executive order saying that New York City kids don't have bedtime while the Knicks are on this championship run. So we're very excited for the kids of New York City. We're very excited for anybody who loves basketball. Game 1 of the finals tomorrow night. Today is media day. We'll be talking to Brunson and Wemby and all the rest. We'll bring you all that tomorrow ahead of Game 1 at 8:30 Eastern on ABC. The only thing that would make it better is if I could spin this ball on my finger. I don't know how to do that.
That's not bad.
So I'll leave it to the pros.
Nice job.
No, it's really bad.
You got it.
All right, there you go. Oh, my goodness. Will Reeve living his best life in San Antonio. Thanks so much, Will. We're going to turn now to a real scare, though, for Sabrina Carpenter. The superstar granted temporary restraining order against a man she says had been stalking her for over a month. Our Hannah Battah is here with more. Hey, Hannah.
This is some seriously concerning stuff, you guys. A man seen in surveillance photos outside Sabrina Carpenter's home is accused of trying to force his way in over Memorial Day weekend. But the singer's security team insists the stalking goes further back and is now investigating his whereabouts for the past several weeks. Images of an alleged stalker at pop star Sabrina Carpenter's front door, obtaining a temporary restraining order against a 31-year-old man who tried to enter her Los Angeles home. According to court documents, on May 23rd, Ring cameras capturing William Applegate breaching security fencing and approaching her front door, where he physically grabbed the lever and forcefully pushed down. The documents say he pretended to know the singer. Carpenter's